Hi, Allie K. January the 3rd, Friday night. I'm already buffering. Here I go. I have to say, my stream is very jumpy at first, and it skips segments, and I don't know why. And I said the same thing this morning, and when I listened to it, it chopped that whole little statement out. It didn't like me saying that. Hi, Aunt Beck. Hi, Patricia Stubbs. Hi, Shelley, Giovanna, Deborah, Holly, Violet. Hi, Violet. Welcome, everybody. I put the book up here at the top. I'm not really sure I'm going to do much in this. I need to be careful of this book. I did find out who gave this to me. It was Annie V. Annie V gave this to me. There's no way I'm going to tear out of this. I went to the afternoon and I forgot to make photocopies. So, mystery is solved to where I got this. It was from Annie V. Naturally. That's why I was inspired. So I'm going to do some illustrations out of quotes in it for my comp book 20. We'll just see where that goes to. We'll see where that goes. Let's see what... Turn my chat on here on my phone. Hi, Holly. Samantha. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Janet. Janet. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Rhonda. Rhonda says, hi, Violet. I've been thinking about you. Hope that you are doing better. Hi, Painty Girl Lori. Paint Girly. I call you Painty Girl. Hi, Lori. Violet's saying hello to everybody. Samantha's waving hi. Rhonda popped in. Okay. Good to see you all. Hey, did you catch Bar afternoon? I was gone. It seems like I can't get a day at home to myself. I was gone this afternoon. I did get the... Rhonda, I got your envelope mailed, and one to Mary too, and Laura and Sue's. Those were the 4 painty Christmas white tree. And I mailed off the journals. The January jam journals have been put in the mail, and a couple of other little things I was mailing out to people. So, get some tea, relax. Mine's pomegranate tea tonight. I tell you, I don't have much planned for tonight. Maybe I'll chat more than I art tonight. The Phibbs are in the house, Marty says. You know, it's funny because I was thinking of what I could do tonight. I said, well, I could do some carving. And I said, I don't feel like doing carving. And then I said, well, you need to work on your January journal and get that all put together. And I said, I feel like doing it. And I said, well, how about working in the December jam journal? I did that this morning. I don't feel like doing that. Oh, well, what are you going to... Maybe you should do some writing, because your prompt for your journal, your theme for your journal in January is calligraphy. Well, I don't feel like doing that. Do you ever have one of those days? Hi, Joyce. Welcome. Hi, Barb. Welcome. Rosemary Morse. Now there. Rosemary says, come glue with me. Are you on now, Rosemary? Are you doing glue booking? I do feel like doing some glue booking. Rosemary says, come, let's do some glue booking. Oh, dear. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Mitzi. Hi, Bev from Oz. I'm buffering like crazy. Joyce said she's working in her comp book 2020. They're saying hello to Rosemary. I'm buffering like crazy. Got the coffee ring. And when that happens, it'll probably, it will probably, do I have sound? Am I okay, guys? Hi, Tanya. Do a snow globe from last year. I don't feel like it, Azure. I got to be motivated. Can you guys hear me? Say yes if you can hear me. Ray says she'll be lurking. Rosemary, she doesn't have any buffering. What's the matter with you, Mary? You're just... Okay. I lost my sound this morning. I have to tell you guys, I'm going to get a new mic. I just haven't got it yet. I haven't got it yet. But I'm on my way to getting a new mic. Oh, dear. It's not go to my desktop. I do feel like doing some let's see if that Rosemary Morris is on. Are you live, Rosemary? Let's see. Rosemary Morris. No, she's not live, but she must be glue booking tonight. All right. All right. She may come on later. I do feel like doing some glue booking. I forgot to say that's part of what I did on New Year's was do some fussy cutting. I'm just staring at this screen thinking what I want to do. Go to my channel. Well, I think part of it is I had to be out and about today, and we went yesterday, and January 1st, I did do some fussy cutting in the morning, and look at this. I think I'm all done. And then January 2nd, I started taking down our tree and putting the stuff away, and then we went and took down my ex-sister-in-law's tree. I hate calling her an ex-sister-in-law. She's like a sister to me. I'm going to paint the index side of it here. I think these are the only pages I have left to do in here. I think so. I think all these pages are done. So next week, I'm going to start doing the stained glass work on them. See, they're all done. We did all these pages. Woohoo! And then we're going to start doing the fun part of this project. So, I do think I'll do some. I think I'll do some drawing, but I think I'll do some glue booking too. Are the babies all diapered? Yes, they are. Tanya says, I'm going back to work. And Mary's not going to art. I'm just going to go work. She's going back to work. She'll listen, but she may not be in chat for a bit. Hi, Tanya. Tanya is going to start working on her little mini journal Sunday. I'm looking forward to that, Tanya. I saved my journal out so I know where it is, so I'm going to work along with you. I think I saved it out. I had to go to the bank and the post office again today. I wanted to get those mailings out. I still have the stamps that I carved. I've got 15 stamps I need to mail out. But I want to clean them up, and I just haven't had a chance to clean them up yet. So you'll get them. You'll get them. But I'm just kind of got a lazy night going on. Rosemary said, do some glue booking, and that's something that could motivate me. I actually feel like doing that because I got some pretty neat fussy cuts out of that history book. And we'll just finish painting this out. See, when I'm doing my live stream like this, I don't listen to myself. But when I was doing a live StreamYard with Sharon on, what was it? It was New Year's afternoon. I had to listen to it to hear if she said anything to me, but my phone was lagging. And she would say things to me, but I wouldn't hear it till 10 or 20 seconds down the road, and I just kept talking, and I don't know. It wasn't that part was not too coordinated, if you ask me. I blame the internet for that. And then I listened to my stream this morning, and it was just jumpy. I don't know. I am going to get a new mic, though. I'm using the mic off of my camera, and I lose the sound. I don't know what's going on with that. Who knows? Who knows? This is all going to be probably collaged over anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it not being perfect. It doesn't have any pictures on this page to paint around, so I've got to paint the whole thing out, but wow. It sure wants a lot. I could put some water on it, but that would just thin it down. Oh, there my phone went dark on me, and then it come back. Samantha says, I'm back. My cousin is a reborn doll artist, and I help her with her lives and page. Ooh, cool, Samantha. Okay, Tanya says she's back. She'll be back soon. Hi, Suze. Welcome, Suze. Your envelope's from your tatted tree is on its way. I finally got them mailed today. Next thing is I'm going to work on this, getting the stamps ready to mail this weekend because I want to get those out. And I have, did I get that out here? I have a list. Here, let me reach over here and see if this is the list. Is that the list? Of course not. It's blank paper. Oh, dearie me. Is the list under it? Could be. Could be. No. What did I do with that? I don't know what I did with it. I have a list. Eventually, I'm going to be carving erasers all through 2020. I'm looking for my list. I don't see it out here. And I'm letting random.org pick them for me. And the three that it picked, I did was it a Tuesday morning? I think it was either Tuesday or Wednesday morning. Probably Tuesday morning. I don't think I did a Wednesday morning. But I picked three for the next three that are going to get them, and that is Lynn Wright. Random.org picked Suze, Lynn Wright, and Barb Clark. So behind me, I've been reorganizing my room. I'll tell you guys, it comes a point to where you just have to reorganize. I'll get what I can off of this brush. All right. We're going to call that done. Lots of gold. You guys get to see gold every Friday night. Oh, there's the book. There is something I want to work on, though. And I might do some glue booking tonight. That kind of feels like a thing I could get into tonight. So, except for I don't have any glue out. I have to fill my glue pot. Well, I guess I can do that. All right. Welcome to everybody who's come in. Hello, hello, everybody. You can stare at this lady for a little bit. Barb says, that was close. Clark isn't my last name. Look, I'm buffering. I got a TurboTax thing. And it's buffering away. Sheesh. Rosemary says she's not buffering. She's probably on a different server. I probably got on a bum server. Hi, Lori Loves Montana. She says, oh, okay, Samantha, I was wondering if I had bought one of her reborns, but I haven't. I put them away. Cheryl's saying hello to Barb and Barbara. Okay. They're just saying hello to everybody. I'm not going to repeat all the hellos. They're saying hi to Mitzi. Mitzi. Hi, Mitzi. Hi, crafty ass shabby shack Jude. We'll just call you Jude. Hello, Jude. I have gold fever. Yeah, did you see what I did this morning? This was a quote out of Sir Walter Scott's journal. This is the kind of his front page quote. And it says, as I walked by myself, I talked to myself, and thus myself said to me. And that's where I cut off the quote. And he said, the rest of it was old song. I don't know what old song means, but I thought that was a pretty cool quote. As I walked by myself, I talked to myself, and thus myself said to me. And I was going to say, keep going. But Arlene came up with add gold. And thus myself said to me, add gold. So that's what I put in there. This is where I am on the comp journal. This morning, this comp journal, I think it was sent to me in Happy Mail by Gina Ahrens in a Happy Mail box. And she likes turquoise colors, turquoise and blues and purples, and that's not my color scheme. So I put gold and charcoal. You can kind of still see some of her turquoise showing through, and that's okay. I just pushed it back. I think I want a little bit more bronze, but who knows? That cover may not be done yet. I have these. I think Sue's mailed these to me. These Scrabble tiles. They spell Meri, M-E-R-I, which I think is pretty cool. I need an SOIC. I need a 2020. I might, I think I've got some domino crab. You can get these games. I might go get some. Look for them in the Goodwill store. But I was thinking I'd put this out here on this, Meri. But not quite ready to yet. I might think about it. But what I'm going to do is, if you haven't seen Dee Dee Willingham's stream-a-thon from last Tuesday morning, it was all about the Comp 2020, hashtag Comp, C-O-M-P book, B-O-O-K 2020. And what we're doing is taking a theme and working through that theme. Like, I think Aunt Beck is taking nature and something else. I know nature is a part of what Aunt Beck is doing. And G. Brody said she was doing dreams. I haven't seen a lot of the themes out there yet. I was trying to think what Dee Dee was doing. She didn't say what did Dee Dee say what she was doing for the comp book? I can't remember. But she gave a really very, very interesting video on how to do the Comp Book 2020. She got me all inspired. So look at this lady. I think I got this at Goodwill. I was looking at the little inscription down there in the corner, and it says Emporia, Kansas. So it looks like it might have been taken in the 1800s or maybe early 1900s. And it actually has a name on there. It says Addie Hill's sister. Somebody, it's got an underlined question mark. Somebody. But I think I got this picture at Goodwill. Some photos were out there. You don't see very many photos like this at Goodwill, but it's been torn here. I didn't tear it, but I feel like doing a little drawing. That's what I feel like doing. So I might do the little that, and then I might go get my glue book stuff and just do some glue booking. Are you up for watching me do glue booking? Hi, Tanya Smith. Welcome, welcome. Deb from Oz, Cheryl. I think I said hello to everybody. Susan's in the house. I did get the baby New Year. I didn't get it until yesterday, though. We picked up mail on the way to town yesterday, and there it was. Oh, I have some happy mail to open today, too. Tanya says, the internet guys I've been fighting with are doing my bead show. My teeth are ground too flat or something. I know what she's talking. Agreed about the internet guys I have been fighting with. Doing my bead show, my teeth are ground to flat. Oh, dear. Tanya says, check my comment above. If you all will post in the group your plan for hashbook. Tanya says, if you all will post in the group, and I think she's thinking about the This, That, and Chat group, her group. Tanya McGuire has a group on Facebook called This, That, and Chat. If you all will post in the group your plan for the Comp Book 2020 in the post, we will get them added to the list. Okay, Tanya, that's a great idea. Didi is doing symbols. Thank you, Betty Jo. Hi, Betty Jo. Welcome, welcome. And Beck says she's have yet to pull together 5 books to inspire. Are we supposed to get 5 books to inspire us? Oh. Well, I might be able to pull some together, but I might have to find them. I mean, because I'm doing most of my research on the internet. And, you know, I got this book is inspiring me. So there's one. And then his diary is one. And I know it's available. Sir Walter Scott's diary is available. But I just have to put my hands on them. And then I might get a book on Scotland and, you know, maybe the history of Scotland in the 1700s or whatever. I don't know. I haven't thought about it that much. Rhonda says Didi is doing symbols. Okay. Mary, Becky and I have posted a list in the groups as we thought others might like to know and maybe send some happy mail. Oh, that's cool, Tanya. So Tanya's group is This, That, and Chat. And Aunt Beck, isn't your group just Aunt Beck's Creations, the same as your channel name, I think, Aunt Beck's Creations on Facebook. Symbols for Didi. Suzanne says, no, you got the tiles from the artist pack you donated to. I did? Oh. Okay. Oh, was that from Lynn maybe then? Because she sent me a bunch of ephemera. I thought they fell out of the same pack that you sent me the little knitting markers from. Well, Suze, I thought you sent them to me. I don't know where I get all this stuff. I had to go back and watch all my Happy Mail videos and take notes. Thank you, Holly. Aunt Beck says she has some letters. Hi, Barbara Clark. Barbara Clark, are you doing the Comp Book 2020? Gosh, welcome to everybody who's come here. Debbie Epps. Hi, Debbie. Shabby Shack Jude, Barb. 333 Judy 333. Jude works. Lori loves Montana. Samantha, I have 2 from Stephanie at In Love with Reborns. They're back to talking about that. Yeah. Violet's saying if you're buffering, close as many of your browser windows as you can and then refresh or reboot. That's kind of what I do. I've only got YouTube on here now. I just have you see this as no recently used apps, and all I have is YouTube. And I'm not buffering. All right, let's go back down to whoops. Let's go back down to here. Hi, Desert Nana. Hi. Hi, Andrea. Functional Light 1. Hello, hello, Andrea. Barbara Clark says, I don't think I'm going to do the Comp Book 2020. I'm doing something a little different, like a Commonplace book. Oh, that's cool. A Commonplace book is cool that I'm putting in my mixed media journals. That's cool, Barb. I like Commonplace books, too. Hi, Vicki Gilbert. She says, hi, Mary and everyone. Happy New Year, too. Aw. Paint Girly says, Living Things with Wings is my comp book talk. Ooh, how cool is that, Paint Girly? Ooh, neat. Very cool. Debbie Epps says she's doing color studies through the seasons. Oh, that's a neat topic. See, I'm getting inspired by all your topics. And you know what? Dee Dee had said, and I think I said this in my morning stream, Dee Dee said, pick a topic that you're really interested in, something that you won't give up on. And she went through a whole list of different things you could do. I'm fascinated by Dee Dee's Society of Idea Collectors. I'm just fascinated. And although this was more on the comp book project, it also was very much idea collecting. And giving you ideas of how you can approach your 2020 comp book. She went through, oh man, she said, now get out your pencil and take notes. So I did. And I was writing them down almost as fast as she was saying them. Dee Dee is somebody I can take notes on her videos. I'm sketching on her videos. But I decided I was going to illustrate books. And I go, well, what one should I illustrate? And I think I've got a Rudyard Kipling book because that's who I thought I was going to do. But then I went over to my little bookshelf over there to look for it, and I saw this one. And when I picked it up, I even, I looked at Scott, but I read Kipling. And I started researching on Kipling. And then when I did my stream and was sharing, I'm going, that's not Kipling, that's Sir Walter Scott. And I knew that I didn't buy this book. I knew that I didn't because of this inscription in here. I would have noticed that inscription right away. And I had said in my stream, if you sent this to me, let me know. I'm pretty sure I'd gotten it in Happy Mail, and NEV emailed me and says, I was the one who sent you that book. Debbie's doing color studies through the seasons. Very cool. And don't forget to Aunt Beck and Tanya are putting lists there in their groups that you can put in what your topic is for your comp book. Tanya says, I do not have 5 books on national parks, so I'll have to use the internet. That's kind of me too. I could probably find some books on Rudyard Kipling. I just haven't been. Not Rudyard Kipling, Scott, Sir Walter Scott. See, I wanted to pick an old book where I wouldn't violate copyright. And, I I have to say that the topic of Scott really did not attract me. Like there's nothing in there that's, like I'm not passionate about Walter Scott's work, but I'm learning about it, and I love reading the biographies. I was reading about, and I shared this morning too, kind of a repeat here, but when he was a young boy, he had polio, I think, and they sent him to live with his grandmother and grandfather, and his Aunt Jenny taught him how to read, and Aunt Jenny really fascinated me. Just, go, oh, look at the influence his aunt had on him, so that type of thing interests me. Let's see, did anybody else say what they were working on? I gave a link to Tanya's Facebook group. So we need 5 resources. Tanya says her internet is out. Oh, wow. Oh, her internet is out. Oh. Janet's leaving a link to this, that, and chat. Let's see, what did Debbie say? That was a great idea. Debbie says you could get an old music book and art inside of the pages. Neat ideas around music. Ooh, that is a cool idea. Talking about a Commonplace book. Barb is saying, Tanya, it's a collection of your favorite quotes, things you read, poems you love, and then you art around them. Yeah, a Commonplace book is kind of like a diary in a sense. Just commonplace things that come into your life. I think that's pretty cool. Hi, Gilly. Mary, what about Victorian ladies and gardens? Yeah, that would work. I tell you, I've been so busy lately with life things that I haven't had a lot of time. I'm just going, I just want to go back to being here at home and sitting in here at my desk and working on my art. The last month or so, it just seems like I'm tired of all this running around. We ran around yesterday. I had to run around today. We're doing a live stream tonight. We'll have to go grocery shopping next week. I just go, stop! All I want to do is art. And then I go, well, I don't want to work in my journal. I don't feel like doing this. And I just kind of feel like chatting to you guys tonight. Hi, Piccadilly. Welcome. Hi, Kim Marie. Hello, hello. Hi, Joan Bell. Welcome, welcome, everybody who's coming in. What did I read Piccadilly off of a comment. Did I miss them? Who said hi, Piccadilly? And I was reading the Kim Marie's in the house. Lori says, hi, Piccadilly. Who are you talking to, Lori? She said it, so I said hello. She's probably going. Oh, and I was going to say, did you guys catch Barb Owens? I know some of you did. I was gone, but I started watching the replay. And Barb, yay, Barb Owens is going to start streaming on Fridays. And I'm just thrilled. We love Barb Owens. Friday afternoons, probably, she said around that same time that she started her stream today. Okie dokie. Well, I don't have a lot out here except for my Pen Plus gears. And here's a pencil that I use for, what do I have? All these Pen Plus gears. There's a brown. There's, Annie V sent me that. I have a brush. Yeah. I have some little fussy cuts. I have to show you my history book fussy cut stuff. They're really cool, what I got out of that history book. I'm looking for pins here. I've got these that I pulled out the other day to work on something. I'm looking for pins to use to sketch that lady with. I get into these funks too where I don't feel like doing much. And I think a lot of it has to do with what's going on in our personal life. You know, look at these pins that I got out over here. I'm just looking, I'm kind of looking for my Sharpie, but I don't see it here. I think I took it. Uh-oh, I hope I didn't. Let me know if I lose sound. I bumped the cord. I've been bumping the cord here. Let's use this one. Okay. Barb says, yes, me too. Excited about Barb Owen. Yeah, except that's when my restorative yoga class is held. It was better for me for Barb to be only on once a month. You're going to have to do what I did this morning and watch the replay. But I do miss it when I miss her live streams. And I missed it today. What am I going to start with? And I'll play with these others in here. Maybe this one. Okay. This is the lady I'm going to sketch. And I'm just going to fold this paper in half. I thought about maybe putting together the signatures of my January journal. But I'm going, you guys don't want to see me sort out paper and all of that. So I'll do that later this weekend too. I'd love to get that journal bound. I need to bind my journals and then I work in them, or I think I do. Let me have a sip of tea. Mary, maybe do something on your bucket list of things you want to try to do something new. One of that was, oh yeah, the Latin word. Ooh, who said that? Was that, who said that? That was Azure. Great idea, Azure. Let me reach over here because I think I have it out. Oh, except for I moved stuff around when I was sorting out yesterday or the day before. What did I do with it? I don't think I moved it that far, did I? No, here it is. We might play with this too. While I'm up, let me go get those fussy cuts. Hold it a minute. They're just right in here. They're right in here by my chair. I'll show you the history fussy cuts. I love cutting up history books. Except for every history book, especially if it's American history, every American history book has a chapter on World War I, then another couple chapters on World War II, and then the Korean War. I'm going, you would think that our history was always made up of wars. Wars, wars, wars. I mean, they're important. They're very important to learn about them. But I think I'm going to jelly print on those pages because I don't want to do a lot of fussy cutting with blowing up ships and all of that. SHIPS. Let me show you these. These are so neat, these fussy cuts. This came out of a history book, and you feel like a sinner. Well, I'm a sinner anyway, but you feel like you're committing sin when you cut up these really nice books. And this was a nice book. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Oops, there goes my gold paint. I'll have to pick that up later. It grabs a hold of my cursor. Give me my cursor back. There. Let me zoom in one. There. Now, of course, I got little ones of like a young boy and a lady and a book cover here. This was join a car sharing club. This was World War II. When you ride alone, you ride with Hitler. Here she's measuring the length on that. Here, let me get it in the center. The length of that lady's shorts. Here's little Orphan Annie. But some of these are cool. I think that is Coco Chanel. I was talking about fashion. And here's Andy Warhol. And there's some cool ones in here. Here's a speed limit sign, 55 speed limit sign. Here's, you got to remember, this is out of history, American history. Here's a guy working in the, looks like a cabbage patch field. Whoops, cabbage patch field. Some of them are really neat, though. Look at this one. Look at this. Isn't that cool? They're dancing. Here's Rosie Riveter. Daddy and Peach's Wedding Night. A Daily Graphic exclusive. I'm not sure what that was about. This was encouraging. This is when we had the gas shortages. This was the mayor of Topeka, Kansas bicycle. Here's all dressed up in blue jeans and a plaid shirt and bobby socks. This is World War II again, saving gas, skate to work. Roller skate to work. That's just a certificate. I think that's Secretariat. Ferment in the Arts. Let's get to some of these others down at the bottom here. Let's skip some of these. They're cool ones, but I'm not going to go through every one of them. There's a milk wagon. I'll skip some of these little ones because it takes forever. This one's cool. Well, this one's cool too. I love cutting up history books, and when I find one with a lot of neat pictures in it, I think that's Calvin Coolidge. No, is that Calvin Coolidge? Yeah, that's. And I forget who this was. These are gang, at least he is. I forget who he was. He's a gangster. Here's the Keystone Cops. I think that's just one of those aristocratic robber barons back in the day when they were just building industry. Let me flip this over. Cool pictures. Very cool picture. History pictures. This is what this is what turns me on. I just love these types. And I've only done a couple chapters. Young boys, all these smaller ones. I cut them out. I fussy cut them, but I'm showing you the bigger ones. Here's the lady at her washing machine. And here's the other side of that rubber baron one. I think this was women's suffrage, if I remember right. Yeah. I forget what that was. I think it was entertainment, moving picture show. I was talking about the entertainment industry. Let's pull another one of these. Oh, was it? I can't think of his name. It's a very famous painting. Here's a woman aviator. Some young kids looking in the picture window. I think they're at a show. Yeah, I think they're at the movie theater. Young ladies in their hats. He's being tormented. This was a medicine ad. He's being tormented by headaches and migraines, and then it had over in this side, it had the explanation. It was by some medicine to cure it all. Here, believe it or not, she's a flapper. I did a stamp off of her, but she's a flapper. She's supposed to be a New Year's Eve flapper. I think she's more of a dancer. I guess flappers are dancers. I think this is Madame Curie here. Said that traces, when I was reading, I always like to read a little bit when I cut out the pictures. He said that there's still traces of radiation on Madame Curie's notes. She had radiation poisoning. I think that's what killed her. This is Albert Einstein, football players. You see why I like to fussy cut history? Here, this is Babe Ruth and the baseball. I get a lot of things wrong. This talked about the zoot suits. And in one of my streams, somebody was talking about zoot suits. Bucking the fabric-saving trend were men, the far left, sporting zoot suits. He's got a zoot suit on. Z-O-O-T suit. Long coats called drapes with 3 to 6 inches of padding at the shoulders. His shoulders don't get padded, though. And baggy peg leg trousers. Yeah, his trousers are a little baggy, but not compared to what we have today. The broad-brimmed hat completed the effect, and he certainly has a broad-brimmed hat. And I did not cut close to the, I left a little white around some of these when I do these type of fussy cuts. I leave a little white around there. If I want to trim, I can always trim it off if I want. I think those are all the larger ones. Here's a man going fishing. So I had fun. This is what I did New Year's morning. That's what I did New Year's morning. This was on the back of something, and I couldn't leave it there. It was a dancer. It was one of those theater ones, and I cut out on the other side, but this was what was left on the back, so I cut it out. Little, I think that's Steamboat Willie, was it? All right, those are my fussy cuts I wanted to show you, the larger ones of them. I think the rest of them here are smaller. Well, this one's larger. Oh, yeah, of course, her telephone lady. Let's put them back in the baggie. I put them in a little baggie by my chair because if I don't put them in something, they fall down between the Of course, I've got more fussy cuts. This is just a couple chapters out of the history book. Rosemary Morris is blamed for this sidetrack. Come do gluing with me, Mary. Hi, Arlene. Mary, let me put these away and I'll come read chat. I do like to fussy cut, and I like to glue book. But when I was showing those journals to Cheryl, I noticed a lot of them need waxing or something because a lot of those pages were sticking together. So I might have to get out some, was it Nancy Widner sent me some Daddy Vans? All right, let's look at chat, see what you guys are all chatting about. Oh, my goodness. We've got a full room tonight. Oh, my goodness. Welcome, everybody who's come in. Oh, my goodness. If I knew I was going to have all you in tonight, I would have had another giveaway. Oh, dear. Andrea says, yes, Mary, the bane of sticking pages. Yes. You know, well, those in that big 12 by 12 journal I have, you know, even the weight of the bottom page, you know, the weight of all those pages on the bottom pages is enough to make some of those pages stick together. But they really do need to be waxed, some of them. Karen K says, You have the best fuzzy cuts. I need to look for better books at the thrift stores. I look for history books. And look, like this is a book that Karen that I'm going to use for the lap book project with Lisa. And I'm kind of waiting for her to start her project. Well, I know she's done the prep video. I think she's going to work on hers in her Monday night stream. But look for things like this. Like this was a Reader's Digest book. And I just kind of go like this. And if I see neat pictures like that and like that, that immediately attracts me. But anything with history, this is all about the Lusitania. That's the back. What I did on this, it might interest you guys. Let me find one here. What did I do with those? Did I pull them out? Did I pull here? Like here it says Reader's Digest. I think this was up at the top here. See, and then there was another picture down here. Well, I did not want to paint over this. This is a coated paper. And if you paint with acrylic over this, it can peel off. It, you know, and you'd have to. And I was saying, why couldn't I get my utility knife in there and just cut? And that's what I did. I took my ruler and put it up on the edge right here. And I took my X-Acto knife and just made a cut there on all four sides. And then I took my my palette knife and got under and lifted that paper. It's a layered paper. You know, it's glued like, you know, when we put our books together, we glue it down there. And it took some of the cardboard off, but I don't care because all I wanted was this, how it really happened. And I got a couple neat pictures out of it too. So this is going to be my lap book, these pages. Look at that, Dracula. Cool pictures, the Prophet of Nostradamus. So these are the type of books that I look for. And if you look like at Goodwill, always look on the bottom shelves because that's where these big books are, on the bottom shelves. So I go for the history books when I can find them. But some of those history books, they get on to me. They know what you like. And if they find out you like something, they raise the prices. Well, I paid $4 for a softbound history book, and I kind of regretted doing it because that was a little bit too much for a Goodwill book. And it was soft cover. It wasn't even a hardbound book. Usually their prices, unless it's a coffee table book, you know, a big book, those you can expect to pay $3, $4, $5, $6 for, depending on what it is. But your regular hardbound books, like I was showing you, shouldn't cost you more than $2, $2.50, something like that. And then the softbound books usually go for $1. The little paperback books are, what, I don't know. I never buy them, so I don't want to say, but... All right, what else are we talking about in here? Kim Marie, you will see the journal in this video link. Hi, Debbie Wingo. Welcome, welcome. You've been studying the sticky journal pages. Are you coming up with any good solutions, Debbie? The best solutions out there are to wax the pages or use Daddy Vans. Jenna Belly had a video on where she used clear gesso over hers. Now that'll give it a rough surface. The only thing I don't like about waxing pages is if you want to go back and work on that, you have to be pretty sure that you're done with those pages. Now I'm on a 2017 journal, and this is 2020. I probably could say it's pretty much done. And the other thing is just don't use glossy, sticky media, you know, but that's hard not to do. And I use this, let me reach it here, get it. Oh, where is it? Well, this is the gold. This is the gold matte medium. It's a matte metallic. And I have that charcoal that I use, but if you put this, even though it says it's matte metallic, if you put it too thick, it can get sticky. And here's, well, no, that opened pretty good, didn't it? I was going to say, But look how watery that is in there. You need to shake that up really good when you, then they tell you to shake well on the label. I didn't put that water in there. It tells you to shake it really good. Directions: shake well, clean surface. For uniform finish, apply 2 coats with the brush using long continuous strokes. But yeah, sticky journal pages are still, I explored it a year or so ago, and then I got off on doing my fine line paint applicator and all of that. But I don't know. I don't think I keep saying that the company, the inventor who invents a solution to sticky art journal pages will make a fortune. Oops, what did I do here? Good night, Debbie. Have a great weekend. Thanks for dropping by. Arlene says, Violet, it's right off of the interstate. Barbara, yes, but only when I know I'm not going back to it. I'm not sure what you're talking about. They're saying good night to Debbie. Andrea, Functional Light is Andrea, and she says, Barbara C. Yep, I use candles, and it's really bad Dorlands. Yeah, I like Dorlands, but I left my Dorlands up in Wisconsin. But Nancy Widner sent me some Daddy Vans. And then I have this Burt's Bee stuff, but it's real oily. It is oily stuff. I mean, but it works if you don't mind. It's almost got as much oil in it as glycerin does. Barbara says, anyone just rub a candle on the page? Yep, that works, Barb. I don't do it, though. I like the pasty stuff. Krylon matte spray is $4 at Walmart, Debbie's saying. But here's the thing. When you put matte over a glossy page, you reduce all your beautiful shine. And that disappoints me. But I guess either reduce the shine or have your pages stick together. I guess you could put a page in wax paper in between, but. All right, what else are we talking about? Who else miss saying hello to? Arlene's here, Violet's here, Desert Nana, Andrea, Kim Marie, Crafty Shabby Shack, Jude. Men looked so snazzy back then, far better than the current skinny pants bun trends of today, in my opinion. I would agree. Men back then, a lot of men back then, of course, not the common laborer, but a lot of men back then wore suits and ties and hats, You never see a man wearing a hat today. Well, I'll take that back because when I worked in Wisconsin, Violet, we had, well, actually two of the guys who were contractors, but they came to work wearing hats, like 1940s style hats. They looked pretty cool, too. And they'd wear them every day. They liked them. Andrea says, I can hear the music that goes along with the zoots. Yeah, can't you hear that kind of 1940s music? I can, but I'm not going to sing it. Zoot suits. Oh, thank you, Holly, for getting out that wrench. I'm just scrolling back in chat. I guess I feel more like chatting tonight than anything. I don't get to chat with you guys that much. A lot of the silent films were fun. Hi, Janice. Good to see you. Vicky's in the house. Vicky Gilbert. One of the young uns, Flo. Andrea says, I recognize starts going all the way back to Zazu Pits. I'm not sure what they're talking about there. Violet, even when I was a little girl, I adored silent movies. Andrea says, I was watching a live stream by a very young woman. She had used a huge pic of Gloria Swanson in her collage. When I commented on Gloria, it was hilarious because the artist didn't know who Gloria was. I feel for that artist because there are a lot of things I don't know. Sometimes you feel kind of foolish, but then, you can't know it all. But you would think if she was wearing the outfit that she'd know, or it says she's watching a live stream by a very young woman. She used a pic of Gloria Swanson in her collage. Who was it that I did a pic of? And it was Johnny Depp. I think he was in a perfume advertisement. But see, I don't follow all of them. And they were going, that's Johnny Depp. That's Johnny Depp. Oh, okay. You must be cool, dude. And then sometimes I get all my animals mixed up. That's not a fox, Mary. That's a red panda. That's not a camel. That's not a llama. That's a camel or whatever. That's not Sacagawea. That's Pocahontas. Oh, okay. Oh, we're talking about the Gem Journals. Kim Marie, the Gem Journal stands for Journal a Month. I want to talk about that too, because in my Tuesday morning stream-a-thon, I was just talking Gem Journals. And when I reread the chat there, it was the same thing. Like they're going, I Googled Gem Journal. I still don't know what it is. And all a Gem stands for is Journal a Month. And they're these little journals that I make. I started making them out of Becky's Dirty Dozen stream. I think that was a Dirty Dozen. This is the December one. And Janet laughing because she was telling me that I need to work in my Jam journal. And I was telling her I started working from the back because I'm on day 11, I think, 10 or 11 and 12. And I thought, well, I wanted to use up some of my Christmas stuff. So I started I think the 25 days of Christmas only goes to day 25. So I started working from the back and going forward. I did that this morning. But I made the cover I work on this. This here is the back of a 18 by 24 pad of watercolor paper. And then it goes like this when you open it up like this. And I can get three journal covers out of that. And I was using the ones that I did in Aunt Beck's Dirty Dozens. That's what this one came from. So somebody challenged me to do a journal a month and give it away. And in November, I actually put in 64 pages. And I did 32 of them. I couldn't do that in December. My life was crazy. So I've narrowed it down. And in January, too, I'm only doing one month's pages, 2 signatures, 32 pages in the ones I'm giving away. So I'm making a little journal like this to give away. And this is the one for January. I'm all caught up in January. They look just like this. I sent them, I've given away in my Tuesday morning stream. I actually painted these cardinals. I did 6 cardinals, 7 really, because one was too big for mine. This one's pretty big. But I list prompts out there on my community tab. Like the prompt for day 1 was just do something to welcome in 2020. And I just put a little welcome sign there, 2020, little sign. And the second prompt was, what did you do on New Year's Day? And the day 3 prompt, which was today, was to use something from an unfinished project. And this is a jelly print from a 2019 project. So I'm ready for January 4th. I'm up on January. But week 1's prompts are out there on my community tab, and they're also in the Phibbs Ville Friends Facebook group. Janet posted them for me. So you can find them both places if you want to play along. But when I give these journals away, like I'm going to be giving away a little journal like this every month. But if you don't work in it, that's not going, because I know there's a lot going on. There's the comp book project. Lisa's doing the lap book. I'm doing Society of Idea Collectors. Cat Hand's doing a journal project. Tanya's doing a little one. So there's a lot going on. But if you win a journal like this, don't feel like you have to sit down and do it just because I sent it to you, just because you want it. Keep it around, give it away. The only thing I ask is if you win it, don't sell it. Don't sell it. And don't expect it to be perfect either. I think on Susan's, kind of messed up here too. I was hurrying to get my binding done, and see how close I got those together there? I did better on January's, I think. January I did better. But I think on Susan's too, it kind of slanted off that way. But the tassel here kind of covers it up. So it is what they are. And that's all that they are. All right. So that covers the jam journal thing and why I'm doing them. Mary, I love that on my monitor your fingertips are gold. They are gold, aren't they? Look, they're gold. That's from doing the angel book, or I opened up that gold paint. Oh dear. That's how, Andrea, that's how my heat gun gets like this. Isn't that terrible? Janice says he's growing Cabbage Patch dolls. I don't know what we're talking about there. All right, I got to get around to current chat. I'm scrolling backwards. Yeah. I scroll backwards to catch up with everything you guys are saying. And then I go clear back down to the start again. Mary, see question above. Let's see. Mary is turning into gold. She's turning gold. What was the question? Mary, there's a question for you. Perfect. What is the point of perfect? Is that it? Oh, Barb. The actual size of the paper pad of, I get these, the actual, let me show you the paper pad, but the size of the book here, the size of this paper before it's deckled and torn is 5 by 7. The book that I tear this out of, let me reach over and see if I can get a hold of one. Yeah, right here. This is what I get these at Walmart. It's mixed media paper. Let me zoom out. Oh, no, I'm not going to zoom out because I'm going to actually sometime draw that lady. Mixed media, 7 by 10 per, but it's perforated. It's perforated. And so I just come in here and I'll just tear out a sheet and show you here. I just tear it out this way. And, well, tear it out like that. And then I just fold it in half. And then I just do the torn edges there and just paint a strip on each of the border. That's how I do it. And it only takes 8 of these pages to do a month's journal. So it goes pretty fast. But you know what I really like about this is I like these that are left in here. And I think I'm going to journal with these. I'm not going to journal on, but even like those bigger fussy cuts or magazine pages that have, I can't decide which side I like. I'm going to glue them between these. I'll probably paint these and glue them between those and make my own little magazine journal type thing, I think. So I got all 3 of my journals out of one of these. It cost what, about $7 or $8 at Walmart. And I still have, a good 2, maybe 3, maybe not, because it took about 3 signatures here. So maybe two journals left in this one. I got another one that I did with my November journal. So that's what I use, and I'm going to continue using this size. All my jam journals are going to be this size. Was that the question? Was that the question that I was supposed to see? Barbara's asking the size of the paper. Yeah, okay. Oh, thank you, Janet. Thank you. Mary, do you cut them all together do you put them all together at the end of the year? Are you talking about these? No, well, I've only done November and December, and I've only got 3 of these. I started this in November of 2019. So I've only got, my November one is over across the room. But I'll probably just put them together like this on a shelf, just like that. So Gloria was something notable because she had been a silent film star. Oh, we're talking about Gloria Swanson here. Holly, not just an old actress. Gloria was Sunset Boulevard. She was Hollywood royalty, Andrea's saying. Hi, Susan. Oh, we're talking about Mod Podge. Homemade Mod Podge, the percentage of, let's see, what are we talking about here? Oh, hi, Mary, too. Welcome, Mary. Patricia's here. Let's see. Patricia said her grandfather wore a hat. My dad wore a hat. My dad wore a hat when he taught school, but he also, my dad got deaf in his later years, and he refused to wear his hearing aid. He didn't like his hearing aid. He refused to wear it. So he quit teaching school, but he'd do a lot of outdoors work, and he'd wear this old straw hat. To the day that he passed away, he had that old straw hat. Are you saying, Susan, that Mod Podge with Elmer's glue all will not stick? It works 100%? Susan Gerald is saying. Well, now, does that same thing work with the school glue, Susan? She gave the recipe for it here. Susan, what percentage of Mod Podge to Elmer's? Susan said, I stumbled upon it. I used about 4 parts Mod Podge to 1 part Elmer's. Then Tanya tweeted hers to half and half. I just like the flexibility of Mod Podge. I use school glue and put water to it, but I haven't mixed Mod Podge and Elmer's. And Susan is saying that you won't have sticky pages if you do that. I'll have to try that, Susan. That's a good tip. All right, let's go down to the bottom. Mary, I think it's fun that you're talking to us. It's nice to interact. Yeah, Andrea, I get so involved. And a lot of us, when you do live streams, and Barb, Barb Owen. She was on going, right on, lady, you say it, she was saying, when you do a live stream, you're concentrating on your art. You're listening to her cats behind her meow, or I might be listening to what's going on in the house or something. And You know, you have so many things to think about. And sometimes I forget to chat to you guys. And you guys are the best. I don't know how you keep coming back. But I sure loved what Barb said today. I'm going right on, Barb. I'm glad you know. And then Barb Philly, and one morning I was doing, what did I drew something instead of postcard. I did what did I do with, I wrote postcard wrong. I don't know what I did. I did something wrong on my postcard. And Barb was teasing me. She said, I see Mary can't art and talk at the same time. Oh. A tea is good. And then I was finishing up that 16-week challenge project where I was doing the shadow box. And I was putting the TheMeriAtelier, and did I put the arts or something like that just to fill out and I turned my A into an H or something, and I didn't catch it. And pretty soon they were going, what is HRTS? I had to redo that. Mary, it's not showing. I'm not seeing a super chat. Maybe I need to refresh. It's not showing on here. I'm in live chat. Let me refresh. Wait a minute, YouTube. Let me clear this. I keep getting these "you're approved" emails, and I delete them because I didn't apply for anything. They say confirm, and I don't even read them because I'm afraid that they're. All right, let's see what's going on here. I'm not seeing any super chat. It's not showing in my chat stream. I'm in live chat. Mary, Azure has a question. What size is the cover for the Gem Journal? The Gem Journal is, of course, 7 inches this way. The Gem Journal, if you look at I could make that like a 7 1/4 or something, but I've been making it 7 inches tall. Or you could trim down the pages, but you'll see my pages come right up to the top of my journal. Usually when they bind signatures in, they'll make their pages about 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch smaller, but I haven't been doing that. So my journal, when I cut it out of my paper is 18 inches wide from the bottom of my page here to the top there is 18 inches wide. Well, I cut that off 2.5 inches. Let me zoom out one here so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. I don't see any super chat. It's not showing on my screen. It's not showing on my laptop either. Did it happen quite a bit ago? Could it have already gone away? Right here is the bottom of my table, right there. And right up here, where my hand is, up here, is the top of my table. My paper pad here, from the top of my paper pad to the bottom of my paper pad down here is 18 inches. I do this when I do a dirty dozen, this is 24 inches wide. From this side to this side is 24 inches wide. When I'm with Beck and I use a piece of watercolor, it's like this one, and I did for the November one. What I do is I'll come over to the side here and I'll measure down 7 inches. And then I'll measure down another 7 inches and another 7 inches. So it's 7 times 3 is 21 inches, and I have 3 inches left over here that I can make my tags out of. So here, from here to here, I cut out here 2.5 inches. Not on mine. on the ones I sent out because I wanted to make ATCs out of here. So I cut off 2.5 inches, so it's a little shorter. Then when I get ready to assemble the book, so remember 7 inches wide, and it would be 15.5 inches long for the ones I sent out. This one's a little bit bigger because I only cut it at 2 inches. But I decided on the others I was going to use the other half, and then I made 2 ATCs that I sent along with the journals that I gave out. So when I get ready to bind it, I fold this paper in half. This is a sheet of 7 by 10. I fold it in half, and then I decal the edges. I just tear the edges down, and I stack all those up, and then I put the borders. Then I've got 2 signatures in here of 4 pages each. So that makes 16 pages, single pages per signature, and that's 32 pages for the month. So what I do here is I kind of figure out, I know this is approximately 5 inches wide. I've torn in here, so it's no longer. I've torn off the edge, maybe a fourth, maybe 3/8 of an inch on some of these. And this, I think, is 5.5 inches wide when I made my, 5.5 inches wide on the front cover. But see, I left a good portion in here. Border, you don't have to leave that. But when I do things like I did over here, I like to have something in here for that, for things like this would stick out to, not get bent. So my front cover is 7 inches tall, 5.5 inches wide, and then I just fold it over like this and go, well, my back cover is about the same. So, and then I just flip this wrap around over this way. So this is approximately 5.5 inches wide, but I eyeball it, so it's really more like maybe 5 3/4 inches wide. And then I just the other side like that, and that's how I do it. Real easy. Like, did I answer your question? It says, Mary, you received a super chat from Sam. A super chat. It's not showing up here on my phone. Did you guys see it? Do you see it now? A little yellow super chat. Did they take it away? Where's my super chat? YouTube, give me back my super chat. I'm refreshing it again here. I still don't see it. It's really more like, Barb, it's more like 7 by 15.5. This one that I did for myself is 7 by 16. Ones that I gave away are 17 by 15.5 because I wanted 2.5 inches up here to make ATCs. Because 7, I can get 2 3.5 inch long ATCs out of a 7-inch piece that's left up here. And if I cut it at 15.5, I have exactly 2.5 inches. So I can have 2 ATCs that are 3.5 by 2.5. It's still there, Holly says. Well, it's not showing, and I've refreshed 3 times, and it's not showing on my laptop. It's not showing my super chat. Thank you, Violet. Steve, be good. I'm looking. Oh, there it is. It's way up here. I was using my super chat show right at the top of my chat. Thank you, Sam. I had to scroll way back to see it. Usually it shows up at the top of my where my live chat thing is. I would have missed it, Janet, if you wouldn't have said anything. Thank you so much, Sam. Oh, you guys are so good to me. Yay! YouTube's gonna wonder why you guys are doing all the super chats for Mary. Thank you, guys. I tell you, I'm keeping track of them. We're gonna build up a fund, and I'm gonna go shopping for giveaways. That's what I'm gonna do with these super chats. All right. Thank you so much, Sam. Aw. It's at the timestamp of 9:46. Okay. I just had to scroll back. I'm used to seeing it right at, let me go into my live chat here. I'm used to seeing it right up here. Usually it's a little yellow square right up at the top. But when I scroll back, I had to scroll way back to see it. You two will not wonder why. Oh, yeah, they will. They go, what did Mary change about her stream? You guys, you are so cool to come in here. I'm just blessed by all of you guys. I have to tell you guys, sometimes I get down. And I'll tell you, sometimes I don't feel like streaming. Sometimes I'm going, what am I going to do? I don't feel like doing anything. Sometimes I'm really dragging, but I can start my stream dragging, and here we're at, 9 o'clock? We've been going for 7:30, 8:39, an hour and a half, and I'm ready to hop. I'm ready to roll. I feel like doing stuff now. You guys cheer me up. And while we're talking about that, I want to say to, the holidays, and I said this over the holidays, not everybody is having a great year. There's several people out there that are really hurting. There's death in the family, there's illnesses, your kids may be acting up, your car. And Barbara's talking about the trouble she was having with her clothes dryer. She'd get reacquainted with a new clothes dryer. Their clothes dryer, some part went out and they quit making them. And she had to buy a new clothes dryer. And her car got smashed by I listened to Barb's stream this afternoon. Her car got ran into by somebody who ran a red light or something. No, somebody smashed into her car. And she had to get a new car. Then her husband's motor on his old car went out. So just if it isn't one thing, it's another thing, Gilda. But if you want to join in, you're more than welcome to come in and join in our chat with us. I tell you, this is the best group of ladies. Supportive ladies, and there's just a lot going on. I mean, 2020 has been pretty good for me so far. Nothing but sleep. But I'm not hurt. I've been hurt before, but I'm not hurting right now. But boy, I'll tell you, I know what some of you are going through, and it's not a easy world out there sometimes. But get around people. Don't close the curtains and sit in the dark. That's not, unless you need to sleep. But don't let the depression get a hold of you too bad. Go out and get them, even if you go out for a walk. It's kind of cold now, but go stroll in the shopping mall. Might as well be honest with you. When I lived up there in Madison, there were days that I looked in my pocketbook and I only had 80 cents. And I'm going, I don't know how my rent's going to get paid. I don't know how this is going to get paid. I don't know what's going to happen to me. They're going to put me in jail. So I went to the thrift store, and well, I didn't buy anything that day, but I had 80 cents that day. I did have some money coming, so I was okay. But, you can talk yourself into feeling, you don't know what's going to happen next. join us. Come and join us. Even if you lurk and don't say anything, come and be a part of the group. And that goes for all the streams. There's Aunt Beck's Creations. She streams on Wednesday night. Tanya streams at 12 noon on Sunday. There's always something going on. Lisa, My Eclectic Life streams on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Central. Tanya's at 12 noon on Sunday Central. Aunt Beck is, I said Wednesday night. It's not Wednesday night anymore. It's Wednesday afternoon at 2:30 Eastern, I think. And Thursday if she wants. So, and that's for anybody. I mean, I know there are several people out there who are hurting. And my heart just goes out to you because some of it I can identify with and some I can't. I mean, there's some of you are going through things that I just don't know. I don't know how I get through them. I tell my brother, giving me a roof over my head. I tell him, I say, don't die. I don't know what's going to happen if you die. And he says, well, I'm going to go sometime. And I said, just don't die. I have to say, and I've said it several times before, I have good things to say about my older brother. Sometimes, we all have our quirks and all of that, but he's been good about giving me a roof over my head. He's giving me this little room, which is kind of like the den in the house. It's got a beautiful big east picture window, and he's let me have control of this room. He's put up bookshelves behind. I keep bringing in stuff from the thrift store. I drug in a cart from Walmart this afternoon. I went to Walmart to see if I could find some of those wide plastic drawers that I want to put it under my computer desk. And they had some of the smaller ones, but they didn't have any of the wider ones. I want something about as wide as this paper pad. And, maybe about this deep. And I know they make them, but of course they didn't have any. But I was walking by the aisle where all the storage items were, and this lady was putting up on the end cap, she was putting these tote carts, and they had wheels on one side. You pull them like you would a wheeled suitcase. And I thought, well, that might fit. And so I got it. And I brought it home. Of course, it doesn't fit. It's too big. So I'm debating whether I'm going to take it back or maybe just take it upstairs and store stuff in it upstairs. I think the internet is full tonight. It must be. Karen says she's buffering. Aunt Beck says, yes, I'm having to reboot even with my Ethernet cord plugged in. Are you guys buffering? I refresh 2 or 3 times here. If you've got family who are close to you, not everybody has family that are close to them, and that's tough. That's tough. I'm very fortunate to have my older brother, and I told him when his significant other passed away, he was going through a hard time. He was really grieving. I was still up in Madison, and I came down, and not only that, he had a big old toothache. At her funeral, his mouth was all swollen. He wouldn't go to the dentist. He's afraid of the dentist chair. It'll get better. It'll fall out and heal up. But I told him then, I said, you'll always be my big brother. I think that just encourages him, but he's been really good to me. He says, I've got a big house with all these empty rooms. You might as well come and live in one of them. And I'm going, well, I can't pay the rent, so I might as well. So if you have family, there's nothing to beat if you have family. And your family doesn't have to even be that great. I think if you can get along with them, All right, well, I'm off not on art, am I? Hi, Mrs. D, Do-It-Yourself TV. She's buffering. She says, is she buffering bad for you all? I was buffering. Quit buffering for me. Mrs. DTV, I still have your little teddy bear without the heart. I haven't sent out the stamps yet. I'm going to work on that this weekend, get them all ready to mail. Sharon Marlowe's in here. Hi, Sharon. Sharon Marlowe's here. Sharon streams. Well, I think her and Lucia are going to share the Wednesday nights. I was kind of keeping Aunt Beck's Wednesday night spot warm for her, but she's decided she's going to stream on Wednesday and Thursday afternoons. So I kind of turned Wednesday night over to Sharon and Lucia. So they worked that out. I think Allie Kay went on with, I had to leave at 6 last week, but I think Allie Kay went on with her afterwards, and Lynn. Sharon Marlowe says, hello, Mary. She's working and lurking. Please give Mary a thumbs up. Thank you, Holly. Mary says, if only I could. Mary too's in the house. She says, if only I could type. I understand. I understand. Wheels on the U.S. ground. I'm just reading chat here. I'm scrolling back. I told Scott last night I want to go to Nebraska for the junk run. That happens at the end of September of every year. But you know, they have them in Tennessee. I think they have them in Tennessee and southern Kentucky. They have them closer to you. You might be disappointed because that junk in Nebraska is out in the sandhill country. You'd look out and you'd just see cattle, all these old dry fields of gullies and gulches and cattle, and then you'd come to a town. About every 7 or 8 miles, there's a town on the highways. Oh, who did that? Now, see, it's yellow. Chris. Hi, Chris. Now, see, you guys? I see Chris is up here. See, it's a yellow thing. I noticed it. Hi, Chris. Thank you. Oh, my goodness, you guys. If you have not found Chris, click on her icon and go to her channel. She makes these darling little troll dolls. And it's not just one or two. Go to her channel, but she's also on Instagram. I think it's called Littles by Chris on Instagram. Is that? I know if you search for Littles by Chris, you'll find her Instagram. They are darling. They are darling. They're just the cutest things. Barbara was talking about them this afternoon. Oh, wait a minute. What is going on here? Crafty chat. You guys. Guys, you're killing me. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Crafty Shacks. Thank you, Jude. Oh, look at those. I love the little pink-haired lady in the blue suit. That was Crafty. Let's go to Crafty. I think Crafty, I think I subscribed to you, didn't I? Let me wait a minute. I need to subscribe to you. I'm subscribed to you now, Crafty. Oh, maybe I didn't because you don't have that many videos. Maybe I looked before. You got to scrap roll them. You need to do some more videos, Crafty Jude. You need to do some more videos. Oh, wait, you got playlists there. She loves altered art, textile art journals, vintage, and shabby chic. Let's go to Chris's channel. Thank you guys for the live chat. You guys, you just blow me away. We're going shopping. That's all I can say. I might have to do a list of what you guys want. What should I buy? Let's see, Chris. Why can't I click on your name? There we go. Go to channel. Why aren't I subscribed to you guys? I know I subscribe to you. I think YouTube unsubscribes me. Let's go in there and see what's going on. Oh, maybe because, do you have videos, Chris? Maybe maybe it's because you guys don't, maybe I go look at your channel and I don't see any videos yet. So that's maybe why. Chris is Littles by C on Instagram. Let's go look at Chris's Instagram. She won't mind. Let's see, I have to search. Where's the search on this thing here? No, home. Where's my search? Yeah. Flip. Would you flip? It's not flipping. Here, search. Littles by C. Littles by Chris. That's what it is. I'm sorry. Littles by Chris on Instagram. Let's show you some of these wonderful little troll dolls. Look at these. Look at them. I'm showing off your work, Chris. This is Angelique. I wish they'd let us. I can zoom in on it, but then it falls back. Let's see, what else? Here's a little blondie, Angela. This one's not letting, yeah, there it goes. Just darling. I mean, she's got hundreds of these little troll dolls. Little redheads. I had one for Holly with a redhead. Look at this little guy. Look at Gilbert. Look at Gilbert. Look at Gilbert. Isn't he cute? Wait, hold it. Where is he? Where are you going, Gilbert? I got to get him centered there. He wants to. Look at Gilbert. Isn't he cute? Aw. Littles by Chris on Instagram. I like Gilbert. Thank you, guys. Thank you both, Jude and Chris. Thank you so much. And wait a minute. Desert Nana, you guys. Thank you, Desert Nana. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to end this chat, you guys. Thank you so much, Nana. I usually don't subscribe to, I think that's why I wasn't subscribed to the others, because they don't have videos. And Samantha, my goodness sakes, you guys, thank you so much. Oh, wow. You guys, you're just too sweet. I certainly do appreciate it. And I'm giving it back. We're going to go shopping. I'm keeping track of it. YouTube has to pay me first. But it'll accumulate. I'm thinking maybe the end of February, the end of March, or the end of May. And I want to get enough that I can divide it into little happy mails, so that several people can benefit from it. Andrea says, Mary, what's wrong with you, girl? You never leave the room when it's hopping. I leave the room when I have to leave the room. That tea is good. Chris, they are adorable. You're very welcome, Marge. You're very welcome. Oh no, Holly. I'm going to buy a mic. It's coming. It's coming. I have been off camera. I've been gifted some money for a mic, and I'm going to combine it with my own money, and I'm going to get a mic. So I just want to say thank you to all of you. You know, this is not my chat. This is your chat. This is your channel. When you guys, you come on Friday nights, you make it, you make my Friday nights worthwhile. You're blowing up with Chris's Instagram with likes, Arlene says. Okay. Well, should I actually do some art tonight, or should I just keep talking? Vicki says, oh, I need another Gilbert in my life. Gilbert was cute, wasn't he? He was a sweetie. Ooh, I think I kicked my camera stand. Thank you so much, Nana and Jude and Samantha and Chris. You guys, you just, man, do whatever you like. Well, you know, the thing of it was tonight, it's one of these weird nights for me. Let's look, see, my camera ends here. I don't think you can see my pants, can you? They're kind of dark. You can't see my tummy. My tummy's there. But let's zoom back in. I zoomed out so you could see my desk. Here, let me zoom back in so you can see my drawing. Come on, camera. Settings. Let's zoom back in here. I think that's probably good enough. And when I draw, I have to tell you guys, when I draw, I'm going to put my camera up over here. I actually draw for fun more than for, I like to have a semblance, you know, but if it doesn't look like it, and most of the time it doesn't bother me because I'm having fun. But I was looking at this lady. Like I said, I think I got this at Goodwill, but look at it here. Look at her hair up here. That's either a feather or she's got one of those clips in her hair like I wear. I looked at it and I said, is she wearing a hair clip? And she's got big long curls. She's got curls coming down this shoulder and curls coming down this shoulder. She looks to me like she might be in her late 20s, would you say? Or maybe it's just the old photograph. She does not look like a young lady. That's probably a feather. She's probably got a little hat on with a feather. That's probably a feather, but it looks like a clip to me. So I don't really care for that. I'm going to leave it off when I sketch it. And she's got this big ruffled collar. And not only does she have a ruffled collar, gosh, she's got the big old tie scarf with the ruffles down here and the bow. I think I'd suffocate in that collar. And she's got dark eyebrows, a very prominent forehead. Her hair's parted down the center, and she's kind of looking this way. The photographer probably said, look over my left shoulder, lady. Oh, dear. And what else can I say about her? Her head is slightly tilted to this direction. I'm going to sketch her. Let's just get started on her. And I'm not going to do a Phibbs Ville tonight, but we're going to talk about Phibbs Ville. You all know that in our story, we meet at the TheMeriAtelier, which is an empty store building in the town of Phibbs Ville. And Miss Mary, who's me, has been renting this out for $10 a month from a young man who works for Google over in England, and he's working on that AI software that has a second grade education. Mary says cynically. But was it last week or the week before Christmas? I can't remember. Was last week the week before Christmas? No, it was the Friday before Christmas that we met. The Thursday night before, he knocked at Miss Mary's door in the story and served an eviction notice. You have to get out of this building, the store building, by, do I have that? That needs to be down lower. You need to get out of the building by January 15th. And Miss Mary still does not know what, here it is, January the 3rd. We've only got, 12 more days before we're being kicked out of our meeting place. And this store building in our story has been an old general store, more of an old department type store, where Miss Mary's great-grandmother and great-grandfather used to run that store. And so Miss Mary in our story is quite upset. And she doesn't know. She has no idea where they're going to meet. She thought, well, maybe we can meet at the library. It's kind of catty corner to us. But it's just not the same meeting. The ear is kind of messed up here. It's just not quite the same meeting in a library versus meeting in a old general store. So we have no idea and what's going to happen. And Miss Mary's just going, well, I guess we're just going to have to get out. What choice do I have? And so here we meet on Saturday afternoons, and so we're kind of meeting, and everybody wanting to know where they're going to go, and it's just, we don't know yet. We'll let you know. Well, at the meeting there where Destiny threw the jacket over at Frederick, that leather jacket, she didn't want any more to do with that leather jacket because we figured out that her mechanic is the same guy who's kicking Miss Mary out of the building, and she didn't want any more to do with that leather jacket. She kept the five $1,000 bills though. She kept those. Destiny did. She's not quite ready to turn those over to him. But our Frederick, our lead pencil criminal, he'd been admiring that jacket for the longest time, and she finally threw it over to him and said, here, you wear it. And he looks good in it. He looks good in that jacket, but he wants to meet the young man he wants to know where that young man got that jacket. He's kind of interested in it. Well, he took off at the last minute. He grabbed Officer Orville at the meeting, and when he found out that we were getting evicted, he grabbed Officer Orville, and they kind of left the Christmas party early. And we don't quite know why yet. And we still don't know. Miss Mary still doesn't know. She hasn't heard anything from either Officer Orville or Frederick for a couple weeks. Well, the young man, I'm just going to call him the young man who works at Google, he wanted his jacket back. Well, last week he stumped into, we have a newspaper in Phibbs Ville called the Daily Fibber. Lucia named our newspaper the Daily Fibber. And he stomped in there because That was the only way that he knew where Destiny was, because of the ad that she put in the daily paper. And Janice, who's our editor, she was telling him that there's no way that they can arrange for him to get that leather jacket back, because Destiny gave it to Frederick, who's our lead pencil criminal, and he's out of town. He went off to Pennsylvania. He hasn't come back yet. And our young man who's evicting Meri, the TheMeriAtelier, got really mad. He says, "You mean she gave my jacket to some old coot?" And, well, yeah, that's kind of what happened. She's got an awful long face here, but I think by the time I get that in there, that'll probably shorten it. I think I need a little bit more in here. So that's kind of where the story is right now. We haven't heard. Frederick hasn't come back yet. He ran off to Pennsylvania for some reason. We don't know why. So we're kind of in a quandary. She's got that curl coming down. She's got that braid coming down. And she's got a lot of shadow in here. And her ear. I always feel like this side of the face is too wide. But I think it's because I don't put that shadowing there. She's got a high cheekbone, kind of a subtle cheekbone coming in here. So by the time you put that in, that narrows that face down a little bit more. And you put the shadow in underneath of her chin and in her neck area. So that's kind of where our story is. So as far as we know, we don't know where we're going to go yet. We're going to be out on the street come January 15th. We're being evicted. Horrible. But here's the thing. Miss Meri happens to be the mayor of Phibbs Ville, and several of the people who come to our meetings are on the city council. And somebody had asked, I don't know who it was, but they said, what did he want that old building for anyway? Well, he thinks that he's going to build a 3-story. He's going to tear the building down and build a 3-story parking garage. He thinks Phibbs Ville's getting enough business, touristy business and everything, that he's going to convert that building and make him some real money out of it via parking. He's going to charge $180 a month for monthly parking. And yeah, $180 a month for several parking lots. That's quite a bit versus $10 a month from the TheMeriAtelier. So you really can't blame the guy. If you own a building, you know, except for he wasn't doing anything with it until recently. So, but here's the thing. Meri's the mayor, and several people in our group are on the city council. And don't you have to get an approval of the city before you build a parking lot? So we're need a 3-story parking lot. We're not sure if that'll stop him from evicting us from the TheMeriAtelier, but it will certainly stop him from building his parking garage. So we're kind of turning that over in our head. Maybe we could do that. Her nose is a little bit straighter here, and her eyes are certainly darker. So that's where our story is right now. So maybe by next week, we'll have a solution, or we're going to have to move out. And moving out won't be hard because we really haven't moved a lot in. We just kind of bring our chairs and set up tables and have refreshments. And, you know, we probably do that building more good being there and occupying it. rather than letting it sit idle and wild critters make little homes there. Now all of this, I see this bow kind of comes up this way. There's a little dark collar in here. There's some dark in there. And this collar kind of comes up this way, the collar of her dress. It's kind of hard to see what's going on in this picture. It does have some buttons down in here, but I can't get them on there. I think I'm ready to put some background in here. And you know, I was playing with this pen this morning. Let me get it out. I was playing with this calligraphy pen. Was it this one? I don't know what. Did I keep it out? Yeah, I kept it out. I was playing with this pen. And I wanted to see if this was water soluble, and it was. Now I have to be careful. I can't, because I splattered it this morning. Let's see if I'm just going to add some. Seems like, come on, it was going there. Wait a minute. I got to get this going. I'll grab one of these sheets here. And I'm just putting in sketchy lines here. Now, I took a brush. Where's that brush I got out? Let's get this water brush. And this ink was water soluble this morning. I think it should be more water soluble. It really blurred my writing pad this morning. It's the same pen. Look what it did this morning to my quote. How come it's not doing the same thing here? Is this paper coated? It might have a vellum surface to it. And this paper doesn't. This is just a copy paper. I expected this to run a lot more when I put water to it. Isn't that something? It seems to be soaking in more than what I'm expecting here. The paper is absorbing it instead of it running like I'm expecting it to. So that being said, let's do this. I'm not done yet. I have to reach for it. I cleaned off Holly's little hobby cart, and I put stuff here that I grabbed an awful lot during my streams, and I really like having it there. It's right next over here to my left. So this is not doing what I want it to. I wanted it to run a lot more. So I am going to spritz it with water. Yeah, it's running there. Oh, dearie me. Let's give it a background here. I'm just playing. Her eye here needs to be a little darker now. Let's give her some. Is that brown or purple? That's purple. This is more brown. So red. This is brown. That's red. Where's my browns? Is that brown? I'm going to give it a red background. I'm just playing. I didn't do anything in here. This is all dark. And her dress is all dark. Is that black? It's a dark bluish color. I should know what these are by now, but this is that. I'm going to make her dress kind of a dark blue. And it kind of comes up this way. It's a purplish color. And this is just copy paper that I'm working on. So it's going to buckle a little. It's going to buckle. So be it. I'm just playing. And let's get some more of that reddish color and put in the background. Just kind of smash it in. Smashing it in. Now, I need to get a towel out. With my towel. See, now I feel like doing art. I feel like doing art. You guys got me in the mood of doing art. Her face really is a flesh color, but since this is a photograph I'm drawing from, I'm going to leave it kind of black and white, I think. I need a little more ink. Her eyes are... I need a little more ink on this page. Her hair is a dark color. This is copy paper. It's a wonder it's not peeling up on me, but it's not. And let's see, what can I mix with that red that I'll probably get in trouble, but I'm going to mix this with it. This pretty teal color. So we don't quite know what's going to happen at my TheMeriAtelier, except we think that we have a way to block him when the city council, because I think he has to have approval of city council to build his 3-car parking garage. But that doesn't mean he still, if he's got that building, if he owns that building, he can still kick us out. And he probably would be more apt to if we block his garage. Well, he's going to kick us out anyway, so. Well, let's see. What do I want down here? I was hoping to get more of that brown. That's a red. It all seems red to me. That's a red. That's a red. Where are all my browns? I guess I'll have to reach in and see if, I guess that's, is this a brown? That's sort of a purple brown. That's a dark purple. And that other's a black. Let me get out that other watercolor. And Petals gifted me some Daniel Smiths, but I haven't been using them. And Lucia gifted me metallics, and I haven't been using them, but that doesn't mean that I won't. I just haven't yet. Well, let's see if I got a decent brown in here. I think that these are more the brights, I think. And these are more. Let's set this over to dry. And I have used these. These are Jane Davenport's. I'm really liking them. I knocked my brush off on the floor. Where did it go? Yeah. Now that's of course more of a blondish brown, but I'll just get some brown in there. Yeah, I think this is a darker brown here too. Yeah. I don't know if I want to put any color on her face or not. I got color in her. Yellow ochre face. I'm just talking to myself. Kind of put that in shadow. And a shadow in there. Oh, kind of a shadow up in here. Yeah, I kind of like it for a quick sketch. See what color that is. That's the black. It's kind of splashing color on here just to get it in there. It doesn't really even, and this is more illustrative work than if Dee Dee was doing this, she would probably be doing a color book or something like that. This is more sketchy illustrative. I think I'm going to call it done. I could try to put some of this pure white on this bow. It might show up, but or maybe even a little, mix some of that with a little of the green. Yeah. Kind of give it some shadow in here. And a little shadow going on up in there. Green or a blue. And let's reach some of that in here. I think I'm going to call it done. That helped. That got me going. Let's give it lips a little color there. Now white in there. She says she's done. She keeps working. Pretty soon this whole face will be one color. All right, I'm done. Set this aside, let it dry. Let your watercolors dry out before you close them up. What time is it? Let's look at chat again. I will drive you crazy. Bang, bang, bang. Holly, what are you doing? She won't go. For a cookie thief. Holly, you're so accommodating. I just stole a cookie. Hi, Lala Gamma. Aw, thank you. It's just a fast sketch. Look, her ear. I look at this and I'm still wanting to do some shadowing in her ear, maybe some color in her ear. There. I don't know if I can get any color in there now. Put it in the shadow there. It was just a fast sketch. You know, sometimes if just like tonight, I didn't know what I was going to do when I came on tonight. You know, like I didn't feel like doing anything. Like, Mary, you should work in your December journal. No, well, you got the cover under here. No, I don't feel like doing that. You know, that story. And the only thing that really appealed to me was to do some glue booking, and I haven't done that yet. But sketching this lady appealed to me. But sometimes just sitting down, and it doesn't matter that it doesn't look like her, just sitting down and drawing. And it didn't even have to look what you're doing. You could close your eyes and do the same thing. And you know, it's the act of doing it and going through it and getting your mojo going, getting back into the groove of doing something. Nana's old Tupperware. What are you talking about? Thank you, Nana. What are you guys talking about? Let's see. Janice says, along with the drum, sounds like pots and pans and old Tupperware with a wooden spoon. Holly drove me crazy and taught me bad words. Holly, I hope she's doing that in your stream and not mine, Sharon. Bang, bang, pop, Jude. Let's see. Thank you, Vicky. Dude, payback is everything. Cheryl's laughing. I just stole a cookie. Okay, we saw that. I think I lost about 20 people when I started drawing this. Joan says, good night, everybody. Cheryl says, Mary, we are protesting Mary getting thrown out of her place in Phibbs Ville. Oh, yeah. We could do protests, couldn't we? Except for our, look at this. I just noticed this. I looked down. Her hair is real dark to this point, and then it gets blondish brown. Oops. What happened there? I didn't put any dark brown on. Well, she's kind of got reddish brown up in here, too. This is just the shadow, I guess, of her head. But Mr. Google Man, his name really is the mechanic who owns the building, and he's the AI guy over from, he had to go back to work. He had to fly back to London. And so he never got his leather jacket, and he said he was going to keep her pink toolbox. So he's got to go back to work. It's the new year. So he had his fit, and good thing Officer Orville was there. Just about, I think if we wouldn't have had an authority figure there, he might have taken a couple swings at us, but he didn't. So that's kind of the story there. And if he's over there in England, how is he going to evict us, though? That's a question, because Officer Orville isn't going to come. I guess he could hire some state troopers or something to kick us out, but we're going to see, let's see, today is the 3rd, and 7 days from today would be next Friday night, and that would be the 10th. And that's only 5 days from eviction date, so maybe something will happen in a week. You never know. You never know. She would make the bad guys go hide. Becky, I thought I was going to say it, but I thought I might be too new still, and people wouldn't know that I was joking. Oh, wait, what did you say, Ann? What did Becky say? A dye job growing out. Kind of like Aunt Mary's. I call myself Aunt Mary to my grandniece. I'm letting the gray grow out of my hair. Mine's this ugly brown mousy color. And I've got a few more inches for it to grow, and I'm going to go get it all. She does not look like a young lady, even in this photograph. She looks to me like she might be in her late 20s. Would you think? It's hard to tell in an old photograph. Oh, it says my connection's unstable. Are you guys here? Say something. Say something to me. Are you here? All's good? You're still here. Okay. I got a message on my laptop saying my connection was unstable. See, that either has to be my internet provider or YouTube. But now I've seen that. I've heard Dee Dee say that before. So I think it's YouTube. I think they just got Andrea says she's always been unstable. Holly says she's used to being in trouble on here. Well, let me tell you about Holly. Holly gets in trouble, or so to speak, but Holly's got a good heart. I think Holly has a good heart. We just have to not let her get into trouble. I haven't seen Holly get into so much trouble that I bopped her out. So don't get any ideas, Holly. You're burning up the airwaves, Mary. Whose job is it to watch Holly? I would assign that to Cheryl, but I don't know. You get Cheryl and Holly together, and Violet might need to watch them, or Aunt Beck. Aunt Beck could keep them both in order, I think. Well, you guys, it's kind of early. Oh, you know what? I've got Happy Mail to open. Let's open some Happy Mail. Let's open some Happy Mail. I put it over here, and I covered it up with sponges and empty bags and paper. Oh, you know what else I want to do? I want to do this too. We're not ready to quit yet. I'm going to open Happy Mail next, so we'll come back to that. Wait a minute. Oh, it all fell on the floor. Hold a minute. I've got Happy Mail. I have to pick it off the floor now. Where did that other sheet go? Reach for it here. Is that it? Oh, I've got another sheet. Well, let's go ahead and open this. I think I know who one of these is from. I got a postcard that I wanted to show you, but my wastebasket fell over, and now I can't find the postcard. I used my wastebasket as a table. It probably flew underneath my... There it is. Here it is. Flew underneath of my chair. This postcard is from Tanya McGuire. And she says, Dearest Mary, today I got a sparkly card from you. Thank you. I hope the new year brings great joy. This last 2 years with my wonderful. Many, many hugs. And this is from Tanya McGuire at This, That, and Chat. And look what she did. Look what she did. See, that's all you have to do to send I think this is probably just paper scraps, just little cutoffs. And it says laugh. So that's going in my January journal. We're saving that out. Then I think I know what's in here because they told me. We'll see. It's a great big package, and it kills me. Debbie Epps told me when I sent out my erasers to wrap them in bubble wrap from these envelopes. And boy, I've got enough here because right here is whatever it is. And all of this, they must not have small envelopes. It says perforated to open tear at perforation. I guess you have to snip it first. There we go. You have to snip it to get it started. And I think I know what this is because she told me it was coming, but let's make sure before I open my big mouth. This is from Ann Lar. Now, she said that she was sending me the giant erasers, the large erasers. But to me, those look like the same size, Ann. I think that maybe they are the same size. Where's my erasers here? I thought I had 2 out. I guess I don't. I think these are the same size as the ones I have. That's what was in there. She sent me some erasers for carving. Yeah. I'm looking here. This is one that's already been carved, but see, it's the same size. So let's see what's in the other package. Let's see what's in the other package, because I got another Amazon package, and I have no idea who this is from or what it is. It's another Amazon package. I have no idea. And this is not a bubble wrap. This is more of a paper sack with a padding. Kind of a filling, a foam filling in there that's kind of shreds. I never saw such a thing. But we're going to open it up here. I guess it opens here. Now these are Enjoy Your Gift from Arlene. So this one's from Arlene. And look what you guys are giving me. This is a 10 count box up. That's all that was in there. I'm going to have plenty of erasers. Here's about a 10 count box of them. I guess you guys are telling me to keep carving, huh? You guys are, I think these came from Ann Lar. I think these came from Ann, and these came from Arlene. Thank you, guys. I'll use them. I'll carve. I'll keep carving. I have a list of people I'm going to carve for. I hope I'm opening this right. Yeah, look at this. Oh, thank you, Arlene. Thank you, Ann. Look, I've got enough 10. I've got enough to do 12 more erasers. So we're going to use them. We're going to use them. I'm not going to carve tonight, though. I don't want to mess them up. Thank you so much, Arlene. Aw, you guys. You're too good to me. I'm just so blessed. But I'm going to use them for Happy Mail. They're going to be, I've got a list. All right, let's see what's going on. Going to be carving for a while, Cheryl says. Yeah, I'm going to get all my others. I got 15 of them that like this. This is, I think this is Artsy Nancy's owl. Did she want an owl? Was it an owl that she wanted? I have it written down. We did one for Lori. Lori Loves Montana, too. I think this one is for, this one's for Artsy Nancy. I get them mixed up, but good thing I wrote them down. Carla, don't tell me. Money is always the perfect gift. Great owl. Thank you, Andrea. Okay, there's one more thing I wanted to do tonight, and this was spurred on by Azure. Azure said, Mary, why don't you work on one of those things that you had for a goal to do in 2020? And I thought that was a pretty great idea. Let me get rid of these envelopes. I thought that was a pretty great idea. She put that in tonight. So let's get this sheet of paper out. And I don't know if Ann Lars probably went to bed. Ann probably went to bed. I'm going to put this with my... I had got this at Goodwill for 99 cents, and it's a book on Latin. It's a book on no-nonsense knowledge, a complete introductory course in classical Latin, Latin made simple. So I'm not so interested in being a pro in it, but I'd love to get an idea of where our words come from. And so I'm not going to pretend to read all of this here tonight, but what I want to do, many of our English words comes directly from Latin with little or no change. Animal, labus was the Latin fortune, multitude, nation. Other words are derived from Latin are familiar to us because of their frequent use in the Romance languages. But I think what I want to do, now here they're pronunciation. I'm going to read this, but I just want to go to word here. Let's get a good word. Oh, did they give you answers in here? You need something with answers. Are these the answers? Uh-oh, I might need answers. This might just be the textbook. I need something with answers, or I might be asking Ann for help. Chapter 8 review. I think they do. I think they give you answers here. Yeah. Let's see. Practice exercise number 155. Chapter 8. Let's go to chapter 8. I just pulled it off of the book because I thought it was cool. Let's go to chapter 8. I want to see if these match up. There's chapter 10. There's chapter 7. Well, there's chapter 8. It's got to be in here. Chapter 8. Okay, chapter 8, practice exercise 147. Where's the practice? That's 201. Oh, number 147. Give the English forms for these cardinal numbers. And okay, so quindecim, Quindecim is 15. That's what I want. So they give you the answers. Good. Because you can kind of do self-study that way. So these are cardinal numbers. Octo, that must be 8, right? 13, yeah. See, I know that one. So what has this got to do with art? Well, let's take octo. Mary can figure this out. Octo. O-C-T-O. 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's a stop sign, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Octo equals 8. Mary's learning her Latin. So what I could do is go, and I associated that with a stop sign. So my next thing would be, what else out there would have octo shapes? I can think of like a doodly figure, you know, just do a doodly tummy here. Octoman. Octoman. We'll give him a octo face while we're at it. We'll make him waving at you. Hi. So I would probably go see what else I could find to associate with an 8-sided figure. 8 sides. Or it doesn't have to be 8 sides. 8. What is it? 8 means a swimming. 8 means milking. Is it 8 means a milking? 8 means a milking. I guess I need some help. No college, no foreign language at all in high school, not even Pig Latin. I had a little French, but this is kind of, and I did the octo note there, and I knew octo meant 8. I knew an octagon. An octagon is a geometry figure. Now I'm curious. I'm going to do a quick Google here. I'm going to see what it brings up when I put, that's Instagram. Let's go out here. And I'm at the Met. Let's see if what I can see. What are things I might not get anything. Well, let's see. Let's go to images. I'm getting a octahedron. octahedron. So dice. There's dice. Some of them, those have 8. Oh, a quilt. There's a quilt square, could have 8 sides. A quilt, 8-pointed star. So quilt block, 8-pointed star. So I could do something with that with art. Of course, octagon. 8-sided news, what? Oh, an 8-sided puzzle. A puzzle could have 8 sides. Let's see what else. They got the star in origami. They got the stars. I'm looking at all the images out here. A gazebo could have 8 sides. Ooh, I could do something with that. A gazebo. Like a gazebo with 8 sides here. Well, let's make it like a little top coming down. Let's like this. in like that. And then the back of it would have 8 sides in the back. Sort of going back in there. So a gazebo. A gazebo could have 8 sides. We're going to put a little fence railing in there. Now there might be another side in there. There we go. So we could have a gazebo. I guess a flower petals could have 8 petals. A flower with 8 petals. And you know, you could these things. Here's a crochet pattern. I'm just going down the images on Google. I'm not showing them because I don't want to get in trouble, but a crochet doily could have 8 sides. They got the gazebo. What else? They got some quilt blocks here. A design on a pillow top. Got more gazebos. This would be something. This is really a project I do by myself. Could be kind of boring with you guys, but it's kind of interesting because this is the Latin word octo, and it means 8. And then I could go look up all the things that had 8 sides, and then I could choose one, and I could even do this as a list and do a little story off of that, like what Dee Dee does. But I'm still looking at 8 things with 8 sides. A box. A box. It could be, this could be a box. It could be an 8-sided box. What's in an 8-sided box? An aquarium. They have an 8-sided glass aquarium here. Glass aquarium. My pins. A display case. Oops, I got out of my images. Let's go back to my images. Oh, I think I'm about done. But that's kind of how I want to approach it for learning my Latin. And I'm not saying that I want to learn to read Latin or speak Latin, but I just kind of want to play with these Latin words. That's my goal. One of my goals that I wanted to look. I turned my phone off. He turned you guys off. I meant to get rid of Google here. Okay. Hi, Chris. Lucia is saying, hi, Chris. Hi, Lucia. Chris was in here. I meant to say hi to Lucia. Hi, Lucia. Welcome. Holly says, did you go to Lover's Lane? She said, no Lover's Lane, Holly. We went through the traffic. You went to the trough? I don't know what I think of a cow trough. Are you sure you say you didn't go through traffic? Patricia says 8-legged creatures. Oh, look at that. Oh, Patricia, bless your heart. 8-legged creatures. Oh, 8-legged creatures. Patricia's given us a list. Spiders. Scorpions. Ticks. Ew, ticks. Those bloodsuckers. Yuck, mites. An octopus. The ticks and the mites. Some starfish. Thank you for that, Patricia. Some starfish and tardigrades. TARDIGRADES. What else are you guys saying here? Mary, suggestions. Octopus, a stop sign. I got the stop sign. Well, kind of. Yeah, we'll put a stop sign here. Stop sign. We got the octopus down here. Hi, Fizz. My hubby kept me out late tonight, Lucia's saying. Are you sure you didn't go down Lover's Lane? I think her grandkids kept her up tonight. Did your grands keep you up late tonight, Lucia? Ooh, what are people eating? Octopuses? Janice says the picture is fuzzy. Janice, I might have a bad connection. I might have a really bad connection. Gregorian calendar. October, of course. October was the 8th month. You guys, you're smart. You guys give me great ideas here. What else are you guys saying here? Octopus. Suzanne says octopus. Janice, I always thought that was a really bad name. Sounds like a drug rejected by the FDA. Octoba. I don't know what Holly's saying. Octomom. Was she the mother of 8 kids? That sounds familiar. I didn't probably missed that whole story. Octomom. Octuplets. Jeez. Octopad. OCTO. That sounds like an insect. Octomom has 8 babies. 8 babies. Aw. Octuplets. Latin originated in Italy, right? Or around there? That's a good question. Where did Latin originate? It sounds to me, well, I don't want to open the mouth because I'm often wrong. Let's see if it tells us in here. It'd probably tell you on Google, but Latin and English about this book. The brief history. Latin was one of the many languages spoken in Italy before 200 BC. There you go. First sentence, and you had it right, Janice. Before 200 BC. I said 2000, I think. I don't remember what I said. Over the next century came common dialect of the peninsula and developed into a literary language as well as a spoken one. We call this classical Latin. As the Roman Empire expanded, dialects of Latin developed. I'm not going to read the whole book to you. But look what we did with octo. And I suppose I'm not even getting all you guys said. I'm buffering again. Andrea said she took Latin for years. I took it because it was the one language where there wasn't pressure to speak. Oh, that's interesting, Andrea. Ramen noodles. Holly. Oh, dear. The owl. Yeah, we did an owl for Lori, and then I think Nancy wanted one too. Artsy Nancy. I can't remember if she wanted the owl or I'll look it up on my notes. But I think she wanted the owl. No, it's an owl, Cheryl. It's an owl. All right, we're back. Mary, an octothorpe is a hashtag symbol. Really? Oh my goodness. Octo, OCTOTHORPE is a hashtag symbol. See, I'm getting schooled in octo here. Aunt Beck says, Lucia, I will send you some SC info for your comp journal. Ah, that's sweet. Becky is one of the sweetest people. Becky, you're one of the sweetest people. Monty Python is a classic in their own right. Aunt Beck, that would be great, Lucia says. Janice says, I love Monty Python. Octochord is an 8-stringed instrument. So I'll just keep listening to you guys. Octochord. This is kind of our list for tonight, isn't it? Let's date it. 1, 3, 20. Oh, it's kind of hard to write 20 there. And where did Latin originate? And Italy before 200 BC. So the list is things that have 8 sides or 8 whatever. Things with 8. Things of 8. Things of 8. Things of octo. Octo things. Octo things. Wait till we get 15. Aw. Oh, Cheryl says octoploid, octopodian, octopus, octopods, octoroons, octocyle, octopodia. Oh, Cheryl. What is an octostyle? I'm familiar with the rest. Octocyle, octos S-T-Y-L-E. Octo S-T-Y. Sounds like a style of 8. Fashion for an octopus. Love the song from the life of Brian. Always look on the bright side of life. Okay, let's go back to that list. Do I have, let's write some of these down. Octo, I'm going to have to look up and see what they are. Octoploid, octopodian, octo, P-O-D-A-N, octopus, we got octopus. Octopods, octo, P-O-D-E-S, octoroons, octostyle, and octopodia. All right, I think we're done with octo. That was kind of our Latin lesson for tonight. I'm going to have to get this book out. Maybe I could combine this book with what I'm doing for Dee Dee. Do some illustrating in here of octo. I like my little doodle man. I could even give him little octo eyes here. Let's give him little octo eyes. He's octo man. Oh, well, there's also the 8 ball. I don't know how to give him an octo mouth. We'll just give him a smile. And he could have little octo buttons. Kind of long octo buttons there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There could be an octo belt buckle. Are you bored yet? I guess I'm going to have to go look at, is Aunt Beck's journal out on Instagram or on her site? I haven't been out there too much. It's Octo, O-C-T-O. Octomom. Yeah, we got Octomom, Verika. Hi, Verika. Welcome, welcome. Octoet, 8 singers, performers who perform together. O-C-T-O-E, Octoet is 8 performers. They could be singers or singers. Perform together. Octet. Octet, is that what they call that? An octet? Perform together. I like that. You could do something with that in art. A kraken has 8 legs too. Oh, your guys and your krakens. Didn't Dee Dee draw a picture of a kraken on one of her drawings? A kraken, 8 legs. 8 sides or 8 legs? 8 legs. So does CTH Hulu. Octo style 8-paneled shirt or garment, a hat or an umbrella. Octo style is an 8-paneled shirt, garment, hat, or umbrella. So octo style is kind of a style of, I'm going to say clothing style. 8 panels, like an umbrella or a hat, umbrella, hat, or what was the other thing? A shirt? A shirt having 8 panels. I guess one of those Western shirts might have 8 panels. I don't know what a CTHULU is, Janice. Octogenarian. Ooh. Oh, see, in their 80s. Octo, I put it in with the 8-legged creatures. Octogenarian. Let's just draw a line here. Octogen, E-R-I-A-N. Octoman. We got an octomom. Let's go to them octoman. You're not bored, Andrea? Shoot. On Instagram. I'm going to have to go out. Let's go out and look at Aunt Beck's. Do you mind, Aunt Beck? Let's go to Instagram and look at Aunt Beck's journal. I haven't been online enough lately. I'm missing out. Let's go to Aunt Beck. I'll find my search thing here. I bet if I just scroll down. Where's Aunt Beck? She's got to be in here someplace. So if I go home. No, that's my gallery. Oh, I don't want to do that. I lose my search on here. Let's go home. Oh, there she is. Wow, look at Aunt Beck, what she did with her border. Oh, let's get that up. I'm going to get rid of chat for a minute here and get rid of my little video. Oh, that's cool, Aunt Beck. CARRMCAULEY. Becky Carr McCauley on Instagram. Oh, look at that. Eat, drink, be merry. Health. That's cool, Aunt Beck. Let's see what else she has. Let's go to her. Oh, let's see. This one. Oh, that's the one we saw. Let's go to this one. Ooh, wow. Look at what she's done. Boy, Aunt Beck, you could go, you look like the published book that Dee Dee gave away. What was her name? Linda somebody? Wow, that's cool. Man, I like that. Comp Book 2020. Wow. We got chilling with Mom here. Aw. We saw this one. Ooh, neat. Wow, cool. Well, you think I would be putting a heart by him. Well, I got a heart on that one, don't I? Let's put a heart on it. Oh, we'll give your cat a heart too. Let's give him some likes. Oops. Oops. Okay, what else? Let's see. Wow. Wow, Aunt Beck, you're really going to town. Started a bit on her cover for the comp book. Here's her cover. Wow. Yours has graph paper too, doesn't it? That's cool. I can tell because you got graph paper in there. I didn't buy the journal that I'm using. I got it in Happy Mail, but it does have graph paper. Boy, Aunt Beck, you put me to shame. All of that color. I got one little quote here with a red border on it. But it does have graph paper, so I'm really thrilled with that. I'm thrilled with it. Well, we've had our Latin lesson tonight. We've done I've done a lot of chatting. We talked about the gem journals. What else did we do? I didn't do a whole lot tonight. I painted in my angel book. I think I talked more than any. I opened Happy Mail. I think these two came from Ann Lar. And Arlene, bless her heart, sent me 10 of them. I think Ann Lar sent me 10 too, and she sent me some of this moo carve. Ann Lar sent me some moo carve. I'm afraid to use it. I don't want to mess it up. I'm going to have to get a good design for that moo carve. I think that cover was her first one. Very cool, Aunt Beck. Let's go back to chat here. Thank you. There you go. Aunt Beck dropped a link to her Instagram. Well, you guys, I'm running out of steam and it's only 10:30. But I am ready to call it a night. I'm ready to call it a night. Thank you all for the wonderful, wonderful Happy Mail for the Happy Mail. And thank you for the super chats. That super chat is adding up. We're going to go shopping. YouTube has to pay me first. An 8-sided text message. It's not a telegram with 8 sides. Andrea, hopefully Mary does her word guess game again. It's hilarious. You like this, Holly? Do you like this, looking at the Latin words and doing looking up words and everything? Did you guys enjoy that? I'd like to do this because the gazebo interests me. You know, it'd be fun to take a couple of these, like the quilt, do an 8-pointed star. We could even do, I could do my little octo man here, my little octo doodle here. Could do a stop sign. We could do a box. I don't know if I could crochet an 8-sided doily. Could I do that? I guess I could. It'd be like a granny square, 2 granny squares. You do this side, you put a point here on each corner and then a point in the middle of each one. So it would look like 2 squares. Pretend these are squares. Pretend these are squares. It would be 2 squares like that, sort of. only you'd have, yeah, I could do an octagon doily. It'd be fun to just take a word and then pick something out of it. And 8 maids a milking, a quilt block, a stop sign, flower petals, a flower with 8 petals, October, the hashtag symbol, Octothorpe, an octogenarian. You know, it'd be neat to do that. Just do that here, make this the main one, and then in here just carry it on. For, that'd be fun to do. I'm too tired to do it tonight, though. It was a graph composition paper, Becky's saying. Her comp book is 2020. Becky dropped a link above, Carla. Is that what you're talking about? A link to... Yeah, there she did it. Oh, I guess I'm behind. Use the moo card for Penelope, maybe. Oh, yeah, you guys have said that, too. Somebody else said that. Was that you in another stream? Yeah, I should save this for Penelope's new look. I haven't decided. We should do a segment on how Penelope don't embarrass me on your video. I hate to take her hat off, though, but I could put maybe some hair underneath and give her a short bob with a hat. Because this is original doll, I'm not sure I want to take off the hat, or I could put blonde hair coming down, or purple hair. You guys love purple hair. She's an octogenarian. Well, she's not an octogenarian. She's a, what is it? 6 is set. Oh, she's, what do they call it? What is the 6? Well, you know, she's in her 60s. She's retired like Mary. And I'll probably get rid of this hair, this eyelash yarn. Maybe give her more of a not so Victorian-ish. And maybe arrange the needles a little different. Maybe put them in a pattern, like a modern pattern or something. And these corsage pins, leave them in, but put some flowers on them or something. I'm talking to myself here. Suzanne says, thank you. Oh, Sherry, there's a couple of them are saying good night. You're welcome, Suzanne. Good night, Shelley. Cheryl's saying good night. Were you all saying good night? Wait a minute. Are you kicking me off? Penelope's a senior. Janet, have a lot of Latin, Greek, and Germanic roots. Oh, your computer. Good night, El Rompe Perros. Yeah, I think I need to sign off. I'm kind of winding down. Turn her into Pocahontas and make the needles into arrows in a pouch on her back. Well, I like the needles in a pouch idea, but I'm not sure about Pocahontas. I like the idea of doing something with her needles. All right. Well, I'm going to sign off because it's getting pretty late. There's no way that I could do a marathon tonight. I'm really on my last leg. I've been tired all week. I've been doing too much running around. I want to stay home and sit at my desk here and do art. Lucia's YouTube channel is the same as, click on her icon, Andrea. It's the same as her name. Yeah, she's on Pacific time. Yeah, Lala Gamma says she's tired too. Aunt Beck says good night. Scott is home. How is Scott, Aunt Beck? Are you still here, Aunt Beck? How is Scott doing? Did he get to feeling better? He had to go to work today, or yesterday he had to go to work. All right, everybody. Good night. Have a great weekend. I probably will see you in Tanya's stream. I doubt that I'll stream tomorrow. I'm tired. I still have Christmas to put away. We are glad it's a weekend. Don't forget, Tanya McGuire streams at 12 noon on Sunday. Beth Schuler streams tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. And she's doing felting. Lisa Conway streams Monday night at 7 Central. Dee Dee, of course, Dee Dee Willingham streams on Monday and Wednesdays at 8:30 Eastern. Who am I missing? Sharon Marlowe streams. I don't know if she's going to stream on Saturday. Sometimes she streams on Saturdays and Wednesdays. You'll have to get with her. I'm not sure she's got a steady time yet. All right, everybody. Good night. Thanks for joining me on a different night. We did do a little art, and we did an octo study, and I chatted a lot. We talked about the books, and we kind of talked about that a little. All right. Good night, everybody.